There is a really growing problem within Trovo's streamer sphere. It is called the treasure boxes. And the problem is box farmers are causing streamers some discomfort, and outright a lot of them are leaving the platform. Now, why is this happening? Well, what it seems to be happening is that the treasure boxes are have opened up when they first were introduced several months ago, almost a year ago actually, to help discover or help streamers put their streams out there or their channels out there to a wider audience. For a little bit of money that you put in, you get a lot more viewers on your channel. Well, what happened is that over time, a cultural shift fundamentally changed where your viewers were no longer interacting with your stream, where all they were coming in for was to click on the treasure boxes to enter a chance to win whatever you had put in there to begin with. And Trovo was trying, or actually is still trying, to figure out the system and make it more, easier and better for everyone involved. Trovo streamers, everyone, and chatters as well. The problem is that it's still a growing problem that treasure box abuse is still taking place. Box farmers have grown exponentially, where all you're seeing within a large group or a large majority of streams are just chatbot notifications that people are clicking on a box and you get entered into, or a string of text gets put into into the chat room, and that's pretty much it. There's really no interaction between streamers and the chat and viewers, unless you have a tight-knit community that you've grown previously or during the treasure box era. What it is that Trovo's measure in trying to combat this is causing more strife with streamers by changing certain elements of the Trovo 500 program, which is a program kind of like a partnership program for streamers to earn reoccurring monetary gain on their streams by streaming a large portion of the time and gaining more and more viewers. Now, this is a very highly competitive program where if you are getting more views from let's take English and non-English speaking populations. Let's say you're a North American US based streamer streaming in English, but the majority of your viewers are coming from, say, Russia or non-English speaking. What's going to happen is Trovo is going to move you into a different segment of the Trovo 500 program where your competition is greater than what it was in the program where you were before, which is causing streamers to have to spend more money to put in higher stakes on their treasure boxes in order to get that return on investment. But they're having to stream more hours in more days just to stay as competitive as they were before, where it's kind of on a losing battle. What's happening is that because of this, many North American or English speaking streamers are becoming disillusioned with Trovo by streaming less, completely abandoning the treasure box system, or completely abandoning the platform altogether by going to Twitch or just giving up streaming altogether, which is a big problem because Trovo is still a small platform within the streaming platforms, let's say like YouTube or Twitch or even Facebook or anything else. The problem is, and I keep saying the problem is, there's a lot of problems going on with this, is that Trovo has to figure something out. And the avenues that they're creating or they're going down and trying to figure this out is not making what many consider to be their bread and butter, which are the streamers, the creators themselves, it's they're kind of losing the ball. They're focused more on gaining the more monetary items from treasure box users and box farmers than actually taking care of the community first. Now, I say community because a lot of the people, or I should say, instead of people, they're streamers, and the community at large within Trovo have put up some options that Trovo could take to help stem the tide of people leaving the platform, because the English speaking North American audience and streamers are only 10%, or around a 10% mark of the entire population of Trovo itself. It's a tiny minority of streamers. Now, what's going to happen is that if that segment disappears entirely or gets even smaller, it'd be a lot harder for other streamers just coming into the program or into Trovo as a whole to be, as a breakout hit or anything like that. So one thing that the community has discussed or has put forward to, as suggested to Trovo, is making discovery boxes locked to your region. Let's say the green program or the North American English speaking community. Have treasure boxes that only go for that, and have treasure boxes only go for the purple area. It's you get the idea. It's just to combat the abuse, to combat, to try to lessen the damage that has been growing with the box farmers and all that particular nonsense that's been going on for almost a year now. Also, another suggestion was removing treasure boxes entirely. The program as itself is broken. It is something that needs to be fixed. If Trovo wants to continue using it, then they still have to find a way to make it profitable for them and a way for discovery feature for the streamers, which treasure boxes were initially put out as. Another suggestion was limiting boxes to one box run for the entire week. Now, that could be a good middle ground, who knows? But it's to be seen how Trovo wants to continue going forward into combating the dangerous culture of box farming on the streamers. Because if a new person comes into the platform and goes into a channel and they're not seeing any chat interaction between the viewers and the streamer themselves, and all they're seeing is random generated generic text or has entered and stuff like that, the viewership is not going to really stick around because there is no interactivity. There's no sense of community going on. It's just click a box, get rewarded if possible. If don't, try again. It's just kind of like a gambling system. So Trovo does have a big problem on its hand that it needs to fix in the very near future. If it doesn't, we're going to see a continuing exodus of North American or English speaking streamers from the platform to other places like Twitch or Glimish or YouTube or any other platform, or these streamers just quitting altogether. So what do you think it should be done with the treasure boxes on Trovo? Also, be sure to click on this video for more issues with Trovo when they went out their beta, and check it out. Catch you later.